What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man Chick, with allergies acting up and all kind of things. I'm in Minneapolis airport. I thought I was going to be able to get to a place that was going to be a little bit more advantageous for this live, but um, I'm going to do the best I can as I make my way down the terminal. Hope you guys doing well. I had a, this is like, this is like my, God, I was thinking about it. I believe this is the 20th Big Ten Media Day. Um, I've been to the ones in Indy, been in Chicago. Um, so hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a little bit different. As you guys can see, I am live in the Minneapolis airport and uh, having some really good feedback and information that I want to share with some of these teams and some of the players for this year's Big Ten Conference battle. Um, there was some transfers, so Wisconsin through the transfer portal. Nebraska got better through the transfer portal. Illinois really improved through the transfer portal. Michigan State really in the Big Ten that did not take advantage of the transfer portal, and so you know elected to re-recruit the guys that he has and to bring in freshmen and one of the best freshman classes of uh, one of the best freshman classes in the country. So let me get over here. I think I'll be able to get out of the way a little bit. It is a lot of traffic today. All right, let me see. Okay, I think this is good. You can hear these people back here talking and everything. But yeah, so the transfer portal has been good to the Big Ten Conference this year because there's a lot of guys, impact players at almost every school outside of Michigan State that have improved. Um, so let me see what we got here. Just what's up, Jonathan Hood? Good to see you, man. How does UIC look? I'm kind of curious. I didn't get a chance to make that the Chicagoland basketball event that was this past. Believe it was last weekend. I didn't get a chance to make that. So how does UIC look? Um, uh-oh, Thomas, you're not picking up on the live feed. It's not coming through very well. Please let me. Oh, okay, good, good. You see me now. Okay, good. Um, so in talking to some of the coaches and players today at the Big Ten Media Day, um, like I'm going to tell you guys, I know, we it seems hyperbole when we talk about these guys. When you talk about these teams in the Big Ten, and we act like, hey, these teams are great, they're the best in the country, blah blah blah. Look, we got two heavyweights this year in the Big Ten Conference, two teams that are expected to challenge nationally, Purdue and Michigan State. But I'm telling you, watch Illinois, watch Wisconsin. Um, Iowa's going to be a lot better. They're going to be bigger. Fran McCaffrey was talking about how they were smaller last year and really, I think, got worn down a little bit by the size of the league. They're bigger. Um, Northwestern has gotten, I was talking to Boo Booey today. He said these guys get called out in practice. If they're not playing hard enough, they get subbed out. Who does that? Right? Who does that? What's up, Shannon Williams? Good to see you, man. Hope you guys doing well. But I'm telling you, I know it sounds like we talk about this every year. We talk about this every year, and you know, I I think the Big Ten coaches sometimes get mad at me because I'm reluctant to be on the hyperbole trail. I like to be a little bit more grounded in what I'm telling you. And what I'm telling you now, when you look at Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, even Northwestern, to my knowledge right now, their non-conference slates are really, really tough. So I think these Big Ten teams are not so worried about uh, season rankings. They're trying to get ready for the tournament. They're trying to win the Big Ten conference. They're trying to win the Big Ten conference tournament, and they're trying to get ready for the NCAA tournament. Because if there's a stretch for Wisconsin, Marquette is going to be a top 5 team. They got Marquette, then at Michigan State, and then at Arizona. Then you look at Purdue. Purdue is going to play Gonzaga, probably Kansas if both teams advance in the Maui Invitational. They've got Arizona and Indianapolis. Morehead State is predicted to win their conference. Eastern Kentucky is predicted to win their conference. There's another non-conference opponent for Purdue that's predicted to win their conference. So these are gauntlets of non-conference schedules. So it appears as though, in my opinion, the rest of the Big Ten programs have picked up on what Tom Izzo has done. And you go out and challenge yourself because you're going to get enough challenges in the Big Ten conference, right? But you got to challenge yourself in the non-conference. You can't schedule cupcakes. And the teams that these Big Ten teams are playing in the non-conference slate are very, very impressive. All right, let's see. I'm on my phone, y'all, so it's going to look like, okay, so I'm breaking up on YouTube, but Facebook is smooth. Thanks for that, whoever that was, because it doesn't show up. That's probably my man, Donovan Lane. Thank you for that. Man, bro. Like, this guy's got his walkie-talkie on. He's just talking like he's going to be on the live. He's going to be on the live podcast with me. Anyway, so I'm not going to, again, I'm not going to be one that's going to throw a lot of hot air in the air. And I'm not going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, you did it. No, y'all know me better than that. Whoever's been rocking with me on Bardo's Breakdown knows I don't get down like that. But what I'm telling you is we're going to learn early what this conference is all about. Maryland is going to challenge themselves. They go to UCLA. I can't remember they've got an early tournament with some quality opponents. I can go up and down the Big Ten roster, other programs. Missouri comes to Minnesota. Minnesota's got a sneaky non-conference schedule where they've got some really good teams that may not be Power 5 teams, but that are really, really good teams. And so all of these programs, ladies and gentlemen, are really trying to challenge themselves. I'm looking around to see where I can go. I think this is going to be the best spot. But I want to share with you guys also, man, how happy I am to be a part of the Big Ten Network family, to be a part of now the NBC family, and to be the part of the Fox family. Very, very fortunate. And I'm reminded when I come to Big Ten Media Days from the coaching staff, the sports information directors, there was some, I think there were a couple of athletic directors here today. I'm often reminded how fortunate I am to be in this business. How fortunate I am that I'm on these different teams now. I'm ecstatic to be with NBC this season. Robbie Hummel, Ahmed, I can't remember his name. Noah Eagle, Terry Gannon, Robbie, Jordan Cornette. I mean, it's a juggernaut. Trey Dempsey is going to be doing games for NBC. And then I look at my Big Ten teammates. Me and Robbie Hummel will be doing NBC BTN and Fox. Robbie Hummel's doing 4 Chicago Bulls preseason games. Is hey man, my man, what is it? Hmm. I'm glad I'm a little bit older because I'd be snapping on this dude right now because he seems to think that this is his little area. Anyway, let me keep going. Let me keep my folks. uh, can basketball start? Football season is going to be disappointing. Well, you may think that if you're a Big Ten football fan, but if you're a Michigan Wolverine football fan, you might not be disappointed because there's a number of people that think that they can win a national championship. Um, so I'm like you. I want college basketball to start, but not in lieu of college football because I think the Big Ten is going at the top. They're going to flex their muscles this year. Um, Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that, man. I really, really appreciate that. Any new on LeBron's son at USC? Congrats on NBC deal. Thank you very much. I was talking to some people last night, and we had among the NBC family that we were all out to dinner. We had a very spirited debate about what it was going to mean for Andy Infeld and USC with Bronny James. Because to me, Bronny James is a good player, but he's not what everybody's saying he is. I don't think that he can beat out the existing backcourt that's there. Isaiah Collier is a top 10 freshman. He's not beating him out. He's not beating Boogie Ellis out, who was all Pac-12 a year ago. He's not beating that out, right? So I think he's a solid player. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's as good as everyone says he is. But will USC be forced to play him based on his, all that comes with Bronny James, the NIL, his daddy? I think he's done a pretty good job himself. But there's a lot on the plate for Andy Infeld to be forced to play Bronny James. And from the reports that we're hearing, he's improving and that he's going to play this season. Can he get more than 20 minutes a game? Can Andy Infeld seem to work out the situation? It'd be good to see. I hope the young man is healthy first and foremost, but we'll see. Let's see. Hey, what's up, James? How you doing, man? Good to see you, and thanks for your support as always. You're grinding and it's not going unnoticed. Thank you. I don't remember you commentating on Brandon Pajemski last year. How does Coach Underwood not see his talent and let him transfer? He had looked good in his limited playing time. I just don't understand how Coach Underwood and the rest of the staff goes out and recruits him and then lets him go. James, you make a great point. And one of the things that Brad Underwood and his staff are underrated at is recruiting. Since Brad has taken the job at Illinois, they have gotten quality recruits every single year, quality transfers every single year. And to me, Brandon Pajemski just got lost in the mix. In hindsight, it looks like, he should have been playing. But when he transferred to Santa Clara, he went to the exact right situation for him. And I think he's a great example of what it means to the fit and how important that is for guys that have NBA potential. I think that his fit was perfect at Santa Clara, and the fact that there was just a tremendous amount of talent at Illinois. And so did Brandon Pajemski need a little bit more time? Did he need less pressure? Excuse me. I think there were a number of things that came into play. But this is a great point. And this is one of the things that successful Big Ten coaches have to deal with, successful coaches at all high levels of college basketball in today's era, where they want to get as much talent as they can. But you also have to manage that as well. So did they manage the situation properly? I won't say that Illinois mismanaged that, because it happens maybe more than we're accustomed to seeing, James. Just because we focus on Illinois, it jumps out at us. But this happens around the country. So I wouldn't necessarily get down on the Illinois coaching staff. I think, from what the program was before they got there, I think that there needs to be perspective when looking at what Brad Underwood and his staff are doing, because to me, they're doing a fantastic job of bringing in talent. What's going on, Kurt? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a blessing to be a part of these three networks in the era of the shifting landscapes that is college athletics, in particular college football, that is driving everything. So to be on another team, on another network like NBC, a household name in the sports media world, I'm ecstatic. So thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, Thomas. Yes, I am as well, and I hope you guys. I'm gonna let you in on the secret. I got a membership site coming that's gonna give you guys the opportunity that no one else has had in terms of experiencing a college basketball season in the Big Ten. There's nothing like this available. There's been nothing like this previously. So there'll be different levels that you can get involved in, but it's coming. The site's being finished as we speak. I'm excited about it. I'm ecstatic. I'm going to be giving scouting reports, breaking down film, giving some of my season tickets away to certain members. So if you guys want a unique college basketball experience with people who are in the same mindset that you are, that love college basketball in general, but love Big Ten basketball in particular, you're going to get your opportunity to do so. What's up, Kyrie Thompson? Uh, uh, let's switch. Kenny Battle's mom. Happy birthday. Okay, KB. Happy birthday to Kenny Battle's mom. Thank you for that heads up, Kyrie Thompson. I appreciate you. That's what's up. My man, Chef Brian X, I was just texting with him. Chef, good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing better, bro. Hope all's well. Hope to see you soon. You know what, Thomas, I'm not as well informed on that because it's still in flux. And I tend, if you guys know me for years, I tend not to jump out on things. I tend to sit back and wait for the conjecture to go and for the facts to come out, and then we can report it objectively. I don't like to make I don't like to share my theories on that because I honestly don't know. The NCAA is so in disarray right now, Thomas, that I like to give them their time to figure out what the hell they're doing, because half the time they don't know. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. There were also senior guards at Illinois when Pods was a freshman. Yes. Would he be going to play over Trent and others at the time? No. Probably got more time had he stayed. I agree, Mike. I agree with that. Now, hindsight's always 2020, so he made the right decision for him. But I know Illinois fans would have liked to see him blossom under Underwood's system, and I think he could have done that. So that's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. I see a lot of conferences are going to a 20-game schedule. The Missouri Valley is going to 20 games in conference, yes, because with the consolidation is the best word I can use for the consolidation of college sports. These teams, when you consolidate and you bring these like-minded teams together, they want to have more games within their conference to extract higher viewing rates and higher money. And, that's what it basically comes down to. Let's see. Bardo, where do you rank the Big Ten up against the SEC, ACC? Rank the three conferences in order. You had the SEC and the ACC up. The SEC was excellent last season. I'm not sure that they're going to have the same success, but you're forgetting two conferences that are ahead of the SEC and ACC. That's the Big 12 and the Big East. So I would go Big 12. I put a tie with the Big 10 and Big East as second. I put ACC third and or ACC fourth and SEC fifth. That's how I would rank the conferences. So don't sleep on the Big East, ladies and gentlemen. I keep y'all hear me say that, and I'm being very serious when I say that. Um, they are the Big East is for real. And when you bring in Rick Pitino, and you also have um, Ed Cooley going to Georgetown, Kim Porter in Providence, you got a dynamic group of teams. Marquette is a top 10 team. Villanova will be back to Villanova's level. Um, does that look okay, guys? I look a little washed out, but you know what? I can't worry about the quality because I'm on my cell phone in the airport. But um, yeah, so the Big East is going to be rough, rough, rough. The Big 12 is going to be what the Big 12 has always been, and the Big 10 is, I think, is going to be better this year than they were last year. Now, you might not, you might say, well, damn, that's not much, but overall, it's going to be much more competitive. Look, Ohio State is going to be much better. Illinois is going to be much better. Wisconsin could be the third best team in the league. I know y'all sitting here scratching your head like Wisconsin. I'm telling you, Wisconsin was 11-2 last season, ladies and gentlemen, when they lost Tyler Wall to injury. Now he tried to come back and play, but he really shouldn't have played. Greg Gard told me that he should have broken the ankle. It would have healed faster than what happened to his leg. They get everybody back and they add AJ Storer, who is my size, athletic, plays above the rim, gives them something that they haven't had. So the Big Ten is going to be more competitive, and there's two heavyweights, meaning heavyweights with the opportunity to be Final Four participants and possibly national champions. Your thoughts on the inclusion of the West Coast schools coming in the Big Ten impact? You know, Thomas, that's been the key conversation piece. Um, I think the Big Ten Conference, has done a fantastic job. If you guys were able to look at the future Big Ten football schedules, I think they're pretty impressive when you see some of the matchups. But football is the easiest thing to do in terms of scheduling. You know, they play one game a week. Let's see what happens on the college basketball side of scheduling. Can you imagine Michigan State at Pauley Pavilion and UCLA? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Illinois going out to Washington in Seattle, where, by the way, there's a sizable alumni base? It's going to be off the chain, y'all. And, you know, you see I'm smiling. You know why I'm smiling, right? Because I get to go to the West Coast during the winter. No, but it's going to be a lot of fun. What's up, Hyde Park neighbor? What's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? Nice to see your family has grown up and doing well. This is going to be a great year for college basketball. Yes, it is, Chuck. Yes, it is. And I hope you join the membership of the tribe. I hope you consider that. Ron Charles. What's up? What's good, Ron? Good to see you, man. I was at the barber shop the other day, and my barber says Tom Izzo is a Hall of Fame coach, no doubt, but he hasn't won since 2000, and he has had a ton of great teams. What if he doesn't win? Then will he ever? I think if he doesn't win another championship, will he be Hall of Fame? I got a chance to spend some good time with Tom Izzo today. He's re-energized. He didn't have to go to the transfer portal. He kept his own kids at Michigan State. He recruited a top 5 freshman class. He's ready to go. And I think Tom Izzo is a Hall of Famer right now. If he didn't coach another game, I think his impact and legacy on the game is Hall of Fame level. So I don't know what else to tell you about that. I don't know that they'll win a national championship this year. They definitely got a chance. This might be his deepest team that we've seen in at least a decade. They can play 11 guys. Of course, they probably won't, but they have the ability to do so. So it's a deep, loaded, big team. Mady Sissoko, Kohler and Cooper up front. Cooper is 6'11". Kohler is 6'9", 6'10". Sissoko is 6'9", 6'10". Malik Hall can slide down and guard Zach Edey in a pinch, because that's what we're really looking at. Who's going to be able to slow down Zach Edey enough to dethrone Purdue, right? I like Michigan State as the favorite, but majority of people like Purdue as the best team in the country, and there's obviously reasons why, but there's intangible reasons why I like Michigan State and why I like their athleticism, their length, and their size. Thank you, Sydney Brown. I appreciate that. I'm really looking forward to it. And the team is great. I'm looking forward to working with all of them. But you guys may not remember. Uh-oh, got a little person not feeling good. Um, you guys may or may not remember when I started my career at ESPN, Dan Steer, who, by the way, is directly involved in me getting this NBC deal, because he was the president of NBC Sports previously. He made a couple calls on my behalf, and that's why I'm here. Solely because of Dan Steer. I'm just going to keep it real. Dan Steer is one of the, if not the best coordinating producer and president in sports television in the last 30 years. I don't think there's any question about it. I'm going to be reunited with my main man, Terry Gannon. And if you guys ever watched us on West Coast Conference games on ESPN, late night, we had the best show in town. There were athletic directors around the country that would stay up late to watch me and Terry Gannon do our thing. And we're going to have the opportunity to do that once again with the NBC. So I am geeked. I am stoked. I am so happy to be reunited with my brother from another mother. Hey, Dory, good to hear from you. I wish Oregon would change their floor. I don't like the trees. Yeah, Dory, their floor, like from a player standpoint, you know how coaches will put tape on the floor in practice because they want you to be certain spaces. I think Oregon does that for a reason. It's disorienting and it's crazy to watch on the tube. So we don't have to see it this year necessarily, Dory. So we got a year before it happens. So if you guys get a chance, tune into some Oregon basketball games and see what Dory's referencing, because the floor is crazy. It's a little weird, and it's a little. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm at the airport, y'all. The Wi-Fi is a little shaky, so thank you for hanging in there with me. Yes, Monty. At this point, right now, they do. Now, will it stay a number one recruiting class? I'm not sure, but yes, they have the number one recruiting class right now, and that just speaks to Dennis Gates and his ability to develop his platform and to entice top level recruits to come and play in the SEC conference and play at Missouri. So yes, I know it looks like a typo, but that is accurate. Stephen Bardo, I ask who in your mind are the top 5 current colleges? Top 5 of the country: Purdue, Kansas, Duke. So I'm gonna say my top 5, Hoop Central, in terms of people that I think can win a national championship: Kansas, Duke, Purdue. I'm missing a couple. I want to throw Michigan State in there, so I'll throw them in there. But I'm missing a couple of juggernauts that I'm not sure Marquette can win a national championship. I don't know if they have the size. That's the only thing I question about Marquette. They have the toughness. They got one of the best point guards in the country in Tyler Kolek. Um, they experienced great success in the regular season and the Big East Conference tournament, which they won. But Michigan State popped them in the second round of the NCAA tournament last year. So I wouldn't say Marquette. It's somebody I'm missing. Arizona scares me. I'm not willing to go on a limb with Arizona. Um, I don't know how Caleb Love is going to. I don't know how he's going to fit. Now, if he is a good fit, then Arizona could be one of those teams that can win a national championship. But it just remains to be seen. So there's a lot of unanswered questions to this point that make me feel make me hesitant to say that they're in there. But great question. Let me come back to that. Well, well, it got Peacock my $50. Monty, I'm telling you, the games that you're going to see on Peacock, you won't be thinking about that $50 when you watch Purdue and Indiana because you're not going to be able to see it unless you have Peacock. There are some quality. I think we have over 50 games this year on Peacock. So don't hesitate to spend that $50. It's like going out for a night of dinner, right? A quality restaurant. Um, and don't sweat it because this is where the business is. All right. So Monty, I I I know you're reluctant to do it at first, but thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Um, you have copyright saying, ladies and gentlemen, I love when you say that to me. That's your saying. Okay, Dion Hoops, thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. I'll continue to do that because I think that's a little bit classy. I know I'm a little bit older. I know my tribe rocks with me. I think the people that rock with Bardo's breakdown, I think they're a little bit older. And I think that, we need to keep certain traditions. We don't need to, try to be all in the here and now all the damn time. We need to keep certain things that are true to our value system in our age group. And so thank you for that, Dion. And I'm going to continue to do it. I won't wear it out, but I'm going to continue to do that. So thank you. You know what, Lewis? Houston's going to be good, but I'm not sure that they're going to be as dynamic as they were last year. I know they got upset in the NCAA tournament. They're going to be good. Wow, I'm getting distracted here. Yeah. Uh, current top five coaches. Current top five coaches in college basketball. Jim Larinaga, Miami. Bill Self, Kansas. Um, wow, great. Tom Izzo, Michigan State. Um, man, oof. Hoop Central, you got me on that one. Wait a minute. Larinaga, Self, Tom Izzo. Let me give you guys an under the radar pick. Uh, Jerome Lang, Kansas State. Oh, game coach. See, I like game coaches. Like guys that can recruit. I like guys who, their programs are great. But I like coaches who can make adjustments in game. And those four guys that I named, and there's somebody that I'm missing. You can put Kelvin Sampson in there. Of Houston. So who I have? Kelvin Sampson, Houston. Jim Larinaga at Miami. Bill Self at Kansas. Tom Izzo at Michigan State. I said Jerome Tang, Kansas State. Kelvin Sampson. And let me think on that. That's a great question. Uh, you know what, Sydney? I think the conference is going to have success this year. This might be the year they bust through. Nobody's expecting them to do well. I know people are like, Purdue, yeah, they're good. Good regular season. Yeah, they got 8 up in the tournament last year. Yeah. I don't think anybody's expecting the Big Ten to do well, and I think that's when the conference does its best. when they're like, yeah, they got good teams, but yeah, Big Ten hadn't done much lately. I think that's when the Big Ten responds the best. And guys, I'm trying to tell you, I think the league is going to be really, really good this year. It's not going to be as top heavy as I once thought. I think it's going to be a lot more uh, even keel and balanced through the middle part. So this, you might be looking at a 9-team Big Ten NCAA tournament bid this year. You could be looking at that because these teams they're challenging themselves in the non-conference slate, and of course they're going to get plenty of opportunities within conference to do their thing. So um, I could see 9 teams getting in from this into the NCAA tournament this season. Hey, Monty Williams, I want to ask you, Kentucky, Imani, they got a ton of young talent, but Coach Cal's really struggled in terms of Kentucky's expectations. He struggled the last 3 seasons. And so will he be able to get these young guys ready in time? Would the SEC be as competitive as it's been in the last 2 seasons? I don't see it on paper. It could be, but I don't see it. But if Kentucky doesn't go out and challenge themselves in the non-conference slate, I haven't looked at their non-conference slate, so I'm not well versed on who they've got. Imani, I'm sorry, but if Cal can't get these freshmen, Wagner, Dewan Wagner's son, Milt Wagner's grandson, if he can't get these guys to perform at elite levels, I'm not seeing if they could even win the SEC because Arkansas is rough. Mississippi is improved. I think Florida would be much improved. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Hey Aaron, how you doing, man? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love doing them. I love talking to you guys. You put Rick Pitino in top 5. He certainly could. He's certainly worthy of that. He's a hell of a coach. I don't like some of his off-court stuff. I've met him personally. Not a huge fan personally, but that's my own personal thing. If I put the analyst hat on, he could certainly be in there. Mark Few, I think he could be considered in the top 10. I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but he's certainly one of the better ones in college basketball. Um, Thank you, both Singer. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, Javon, I'm not talking about Duke. Um, and Sydney, I'm not talking about Memphis either. Those are outside my purview. Even though I keep an eye on them, I don't really study them unless I'm going into the NCAA tournament and I have to cover their games. So I can't really give you a ton of feedback on that. But as I went live, I kept seeing Twitter updates that I think Mikey Williams got charged with gun charges. So if he did, he's not going to be able to play for Memphis this season. I don't know that. I don't want to throw that speculation out there. I'm just telling you that I kept, when I started going live, I get these Twitter alerts, and I saw some gun charges on Mikey Williams. I hope that's not the case, but if that is, he's not going to be able to play for Memphis this season. So that will certainly impact, what he is doing in terms of trying to join the Memphis Tigers this season. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. Okay. So I see I got through all the questions. I wanted to come on quickly. I thought I was going to be able to get like a conference room or something to kind of go in depth and have my banners together and all that, but I wasn't able to. But I wanted to come on and just share my thoughts and feelings on the Big Ten Media Day. Again, I'm ecstatic to be back again with Big Ten Network, with NBC Sports, and with Fox Sports. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. I didn't even bring up Rutgers. Rutgers is going to be big, athletic, and fast. They're going to score more points. So you're going to see an improved Big Ten slate across the board. You heard it here first. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you staying through some of the technical difficulties because I'm on an unsecure Wi-Fi. I'm in the Minneapolis airport, but I wanted to come to you because I said I was coming and I want to keep my word. Okay. I love you all. You guys have a great rest of your week. If you have any questions, come back and hit this because I check it, and I will answer your questions as soon as I can get to them. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Holla, y'all.